Warning! This podcast may contain material that might tarnish and ruin the memories you have of your beloved childhood TV shows.
Okay, welcome once again to We Sound Familiar podcast with myself, Pete Walsh. Hello. My good friend, Elliott Crossley. And the man himself, Christopher Thompson. How's it going, you guys?
Oh, it's actually Chris Walker-Thomson, as my pretentious stage name goes by these days.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Christopher Walken, Smythe, Sebastian Thompson. How are you?
We've been on air for less than...
Christopher
I'm very well.
We've been on there for less than 2 minutes and already you f***ed it up. Yay.
My double-barreled name bastard friend, Christopher Walker-Thomson. How are you, buddy?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Really great, really great. I'm in my pants right now, in my bedroom, and we're doing another amazing podcast for We Sound Familiar. How are you?
I'm very, very well. It's a lovely day here. Well, actually, it's not, but, pip, pip.
Guess what?
What?
What, Pete?
Guess, just f***ing guess. Go on.
The stock on stock cubes has become cubed, right?
No, nearly. F***ing Britain's Got Talent have asked me to go on there.
You're joking.
Nah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And like fast tracked as well, straight in front of Cowell and his cronies.
Oh my God, Pete, that's awesome.
More indication that maybe perhaps it is slightly rigged.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know. I just
bit.
thought I'd drop that bombshell. I had a chat with one of the producers and he's watched all my stuff. But I don't know. I'm thinking it over.
What are you leaning towards at the moment? Are you going to go for it or?
I don't know, but obviously, like, all the rude stuff's out the window. What am I going to do? I'm a nutter.
Have they said anything about the rude stuff? Like, they must have seen your impressions. Is there any that they want you to do? Any that they don't want you to do?
Stephen Hawking's out the window.
Oh, that would have gone down a storm, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. So that's that really. What am I going to do? You know, I had a chat with my mum about it, you know, and she's like, careful because they're tricksy f***ers, that, you know, Simon Cowell, and that, you know, they can edit things how they like. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But
I did actually go. I auditioned years ago.
Yeah, go on.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing.
Go on, give us a bit of your audition.
Newspaper article.
Give us a bit of your audition, Chris.
Go on, mate.
I can't remember how it went.
Oh, yes, you do.
It was
Yes,
a
you
series of. I don't know. It was. It's a while ago. It was like a series because I rehearsed it. It took a bit of practice. It was trying to get basically almost like 15, 20 seconds of impression in like in succession, starting off with one voice, heading straight into the next. It took a little while. But I had like I did Matt Smith, Zoiks, man, you know, Scooben, and sort of things like that. I can't think of what else. Yeah, Matt Smith was the doctor at the time. What a time that was. The doctor was a bloke back then. Did you remember?
Yeah. No, yeah.
God.
When Doctor Who was actual real, we didn't have a bloody woman. We didn't have a bloody woman being the doctor.
No. Oh, yeah, it was a load of the voices like that. Alan Parks who slipped in. Michael Caine. You know, it's sort of the general stuff, but yeah, it was a first instant no.
Yeah.
Ouch. But to be
Did you
fair,
get up on the main stage, or was it like...
No. It was, well, Pete's thankfully fast-tracking this, but it was at Emirates Stadium where they held the auditions for, like, they weren't actually filmed as such. These were done before the filming. So if you pass the producer's audition, then they'll let you on the show.
Okay.
So they select from the cattle, I suppose.
The scum. Yeah, we're going to select you from the scum. Yeah.
I like to think, actually, I looked all right, so and I didn't really look that interesting in a marketing sense. Oh, well. Good luck, Pete.
Yeah,
Good luck, mate. All the best.
Got a diluted set. Obviously, I've got my, I've got a complete list of stuff I want to do. It was like Gordon Ramsay, Chris Packham, Tom Cruise, Michael Caine, Mick Jagger, and other stuff as well. But it's all got to be PG, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's got to go out sort of primetime TV, so pre-Watershed.
Yeah, obviously you can't talk about Cliff Richard assassinating TV presenters, so it's going to be a tough crowd. But I'm pretty confident. And obviously if I do Tom Cruise, then I can't talk about Scientology or nothing. It's great, I'm alleged with Scientology, and those guys are crazy, but they've got videotapes on me where I'd say all kinds of crazy gay shit. So it's going to be tough,
On a slight tangent there, Pete, but I have to say I'm absolutely loving Slumming Ponces, which
Slumming Ponces is
how did that come about?
Basically, my mate Rue, who I did stand up with years ago in Brighton, and then I appeared as an extra in some of it. He does a lot of adverts. We did a Jameson Whiskies advert in Brighton. I know I was next in it, and he was like, "All right, mate, how you doing?" And then I did voiceovers and whatnot for him, and then he was like, "Right, we've got this gig." I was explaining it. Slumming Ponces. The setup is a couple of very rich knobs who've decided to check out of being very rich and living a privileged lifestyle and living on a council estate in Brighton. And it's fucking great. And I'm the working class character who lives on thus council estate, who has to show them around and integrate them into this estate. And it's great. Absolutely brilliant.
It's great. It is really hilarious stuff. Slumming Ponces, they are on Facebook and YouTube, so do check them out.
Slumming Ponces, check it out.
On the page.
And it's great. Yeah, it's great. We've got very exciting things happening, which I can't really talk about.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously I can't let the cat out of the bag, because I always do every time, because I'm a bloody idiot.
I met Gareth Gates today. That's all I've got. That's literally all I have. Everyone else was like, I'm doing Slumming Ponces. And everyone's like, I was on Britain's Got Talent. I'm going to do Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, I shook hands with Gareth Gates today. That's the highlight of my week, guys.
Who was that? Gareth Gates what?
Yeah, Gareth Gates. He's performing at Butlins, and I bumped into him by mistake and was like, oh, hello. And he was like, hi, nice to meet you. I was like, yeah, I know who you are. You're Gareth Gates. Cool. And I was like, okay.
I've just got to call you out on that. You are alluding to him having a bit of a stutter on a live podcast for the world. So you might want to think about your employment history. Hi, El. I just need to notify you that it's a P45 and you're out the door, buddy.
Joke's on them. I work at the main gate. I don't even have to go through to the offices. They'll give it to me there. Bye.
Yeah. That stuttering prick. Mate, that motherfucker need to pick up a penguin.
There's a reason you lost to Will Young, mate. There you go.
No, I'm on the other camp there. No, I still think Gareth should have won.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that was the most divisive poll since till Brexit came along, I think.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Wow. Let's talk about Brexit on a podcast. Ooh.
Yeah, that'll let the listeners just tune out. Nope, I'm done with this.
Wow,
Yeah,
Brexit on a podcast.
Good.
That'll go down as well as a fart in a spacesuit.
So don't worry, everyone. We're stopping that conversation there. Please carry on listening and have a good time.
Brexit is now in full flow, so please leave our country. Thank you very much for calling. Right, let's. We've had a wonderful chat, and I'm sure all of our listeners are having the time of their lives. They're having the time of their lives. I had the time of my life in 1976 when I was high on PCP with Hank Marvin. Okay, Let's cut to a sketch.
Jesus Christ.
So, as per, we had a discussion the other day, the three of us, about children's programs and sort of like that Thomas the Tank Engine skit we did a few episodes ago, where sort of a very realistic take on some classic children's TV. And I actually kickstart this because I mocked together a new adventure of Postman Pat, which I can't wait to show you.
Oh, wicked. I haven't seen Postman Pat in ages. Or heard from him for that matter.
You might not like this one. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Too soon, Chris. Too soon.
Just off to do my rounds. Ta-ra, love.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning.
Shit! Yes!
Oh, mate.
I think we've lost Elle.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Carry on. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Shall we go to another sketch?
Okay, let's roll, VT.
Zippy, are you in here?
Go away.
Oh, Zippy, are you crying?
No, I'm not crying. Leave me alone.
It's okay, Zippy.
He was only 76, George. That's still too young.
I know, Zippy.
I was rude to him, but he still stuck by me, didn't he, George?
He did, Zippy.
I just wish I spent more time with him.
But we did have 18 years together.
18 years is nothing. We should have done more. It's not f***ing fair.
There's no need to swear, Zippy. Jeffrey doesn't like swearing.
Oh, go f*** yourself, you flamboyant.
Zippy!
Oh, tough. He's not here to... He's not here, is he?
It's okay, Zippy. I miss him too. But he wouldn't want us to behave like this.
You're right. I'm sorry, George.
It's okay, Zippy. Want a hug?
Sure.
Here you guys are. Can I join in? Half bungle.
For Jeffrey?
For Jeffrey.
Jesus,
That was a bit sad, that, wasn't it?
that was. Christ, Chris. Oh.
There's no need to swear, Zippy. Jeffrey doesn't like swearing.
I couldn't give two shits if you liked a vibrating dildo up your asshole. Don't like it? Call that Doctor Who fella, clock him over the head with your f***ing big face, steal his TARDIS, and piss off back to the 60s.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I'm
What are
getting
you
really
saying?
tired of your shit, Zippy. You absolute...
Joke's on you, you giant pig floppy in. I can't even eat shit. I don't eat food, so I can't produce shit.
Jeffrey's dead. He's dead. He's not coming back. He's
You must be careful, Pete. The thing about pigs is, son, they eat f***ing anything. Now, if you don't buck up your ideas, sunshine...
Please, for the love of God, do the nemesis speech from Snatch.
Do you know what nemesis means? A righteous infliction of retribution manifested by an appropriate agent, personified in this case by an horrible me. I want to use the pie key. In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, come again. He's a f***ing cunt. I don't care if he's Muhammad Ahmad Bruce Lee. You can't change fighters, George.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, I could die happily now.
Oh, wait, I've got one better. Here we go.
Right. Listen, you f***ing fringe. If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not. You stop me again while I'm walking, and I'll cut your f***ing Jacobs up.
Well, I think I know what the intro for this episode's going to be. It's gonna be like, warning, this podcast is going to just destroy your childhood memories.
Welcome to Songs of Praise.
Harvey, pull your socks up.
Yeah, fuck, hang on.
You're on thin ice, my pedigree chums, and I shall be under it when it breaks. Now.
Please don't be like this, Zippy. Please don't say these things. Please don't be like this. You're better than that. Why have you got to swear all the time?
Oh, my God.
Please, Zippy, stop being so horrible.
Why have you got to slice people's faces open? You're better than that, Zippy.
George, put a lid on Jolt Bungle, will ya? Pull your tongue out of my arsehole, George. Dogs do that. You're not a dog, are you, George? But you do have all the characteristics of a dog, George. All except f***ing loyalty. You're a ruthless little I'll give you that. But I've got no time for grasses. Feed him to the pigs, Bungle. What the f*** are you two looking at?
I'm literally just going through IMDb right now and looking at all of Bricktop's quotes. Wow.
That was brilliant. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. You've got a lot to cut and a lot to censor here, so...
Pete, over to you, mate. What do you want to do?
Well, we've got Rosie and Jim now, haven't we?
They can f*** off as far as I'm concerned. I did have a Bob one, but I forgot to print it off. Bob the Builder, which is just him going, Bob the Builder, can we fix it? And no one replies. And then he says, come on, guys, let's go on. And then it was a therapist saying, we've had Bob in our care for a little while now. At first it was just started with him talking to the equipment. But his behaviour then got a bit more erratic. And sort of him just walking along, just like, good lifting, Lofty. Watch where you're going.
Who the f*** is Lofty?
And then suddenly, and he's partner Wendy sent him into ourselves after he lost his temper. He goes, "F off, Spudge, you scarecrow." or something like that. Yeah. So, do you think? And then someone off camera goes, "Do you think you'll be able to fix him?" And then the doctor says, "Well, I'd like to say yes, we can, but it's more like maybe we can."
It's a possibility, but I'd say it's unlikely.
As I said, I wrote it out, but unfortunately I left it saved on my work computer. So
No, wait, I've got it. You should say, I want to say yes, we can, but that's a builder's guess. And that's about as reliable as a glass door on a submarine.
But we will try.
Okay, guys. So let's cut from the existential chat and let's move on. We put a few shouts out on Facebook, and we see what people wanted to hear. A lot of people wanted to hear Spring Watch with Chris Packham. A lot of people love him. But what would happen if Ice-T was presenting Spring Watch with Chris Packham?
Okay.
Okay.
This could be interesting.
It is very interesting because Chris Packham really loves the wildlife and he absolutely loves it. He's out, he's talking about all kinds of things. He's waiting for David Attenborough to die so he can steal the throne from David Attenborough. And he will get there. Tell me, I'm sitting there every day waiting for that tweet telling me that David Attenborough is dead. But I really want to present Springwatch, but I need someone else to be co-host. Michaela Strachan, she just doesn't know what she's doing these days. So I've recruited the rapper from LA, Ice-T. Ice-T, tell me about the wildlife in South Central LA. Yo, man, ain't about that, man. We ain't got no goddamn wildlife in that shit. It's all about the concrete streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here hustling this grind. What's up with that blow? That's really great, Ice. You're one of a kind. So there's no hawks or eagles in the hood of South Central LA? Nah, man, ain't shit around here. We out here selling this coke rock. It ain't about that, motherfucker. Please, don't swear. It's BBC at 7 p.m, Ice. I really appreciate that you're a hardcore gangster, but this is not how we do it in the UK.
I had no idea where that was going. Oh my God.
Just rolling with it. Just rolling with it. Just doing what the people want to things. Yo, man, ain't about that. We got this mother of ours. He's 40 pound, man. We gonna buy the 20 pound, sell it at 60 pound. We gonna make some money out of this grind. That's what we saying, man.
Oh my God. I was not ready for that.
Aside from for that, we did put out earlier to ask if anyone has any questions they want us to answer. Mm-hmm. We've got. I'll just read them off here.
Yep.
So some of these are related to the theme of Thumbhouse Sketches, which is kids shows. What would you say is the strangest kids show you've seen?
That I've seen. The weirdest kids show I've ever seen was this stop motion claymation series. I think it was called The Life and Adventures of Mark Twain or something.
Wow.
It was really friggin' dark. And some of the claymation, some of the faces they make are really the stuff of nightmares. I remember seeing this when I was 6 years old. And it was really scary. Oh no, it was a film. It was a film. I stand corrected. But still, it's just trippy as hell.
I think one of the strangest I saw that I loved was Moondial as a very young kid.
Moondial?
Moondial.
Okay.
It was about a kid that lived, the young girl who lived in an alternate world at night. So day was for night. And all kinds of adventures happen. Yeah, Moondial, check it out.
Oh.
That was when, back in the 80s, things were exciting, different, when they could get away with anything rather than someone saying, you've offended me and triggered me,
I'm trying to think of the weirdest one I've seen as a kid. I mean, there's a good number of them. I've thought Doctor Who was quite a disturbing kids show for a bit.
Did you ever watch the 80s Sylvester McCoy era as a kid? Or
Yeah. I started watching
Yeah.
John Pertwee, and there was. It's not the. I've grown up since, but I still have a sort of sentimental value of love for this episode called the Time Monster, and the bit I saw freaked me out, which was this like bird Kronos thing basically devours the Doctor. 1 minute he's there, next gone, and it just
Jesus.
and it frightened the hell out of me. That I always find anything to do with like if a body disintegrates or something like that on film or TV quite harrowing, because you know, like a stranger gets killed off in Doctor Who or something, just completely vaporized, and there's like no trace of them left. That frightens me. That frightened me as a kid, and it still frightens me a bit now. Is that the whole thought of no one would really know that they've gone. That sort of thing. That's that sort of thing. So so Doctor Who, the first episode I saw was that. Right, let's move on.
Yeah, move on.
So that question there was from Joshua Coy. So we've got other questions on Twitter here. From Terry Cooper. Which cartoon character did you fancy as a kid?
Oh, do you want the list?
She-Ra.
Oh, mate, She-Ra, Princess of Power. I don't know. I think for me, it was Rogue from X-Men. I don't know, it's that Southern Belle accent, the hair, the derriere. Rogue was just, either her or the caramel bunny.
This is before we discovered anime porn.
Mate, like, look. If you know someone that have got Simpsons porn on their phone, never talk to them again. Or anime porn. Just say, look, oh God. But I don't know, the cliche is like Jessica Rabbit or something, but it was kind of, I think it was like She-Ra, and when she was, oh God, this is going out in the world.
Yeah, that's it, Pete. You've got to come out now. You've started.
Look, I'm going home. I'm in my home, but I'm going home. See you later. No, She-Ra, and Teela. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be really honest with you. It was Evil Lynn out of He-Man. Evil Lynn.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going home now because you're both
Evil Lynn. She was like
Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn was
a
hot,
good girl,
man.
but everyone loves a bad girl.
She was a bad girl. I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this. Evil Lynn was really she was a sexy cartoon character in the 80s. I'm going home. You're a pair of
Damn,
crank call. You're both a pair of crank callers. Off. Go away.
I always wished that Kim Possible was a real woman.
Who's Kim Possible?
That was quite recent, wasn't it? Kim Possible. That's more recent than the X-Men.
Kind of. I
Masters
didn't
of the
really grow up
Universe.
watching a lot of cartoons, but I mean, like, most of the cartoons that I remember watching were like animated Batman, sort of things. But I didn't really
Batman
have
series,
any.
yeah.
I don't know. I never really. I can't.
Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy.
No, Harley annoyed me when I was younger.
No. Don't say that too loud, mate. Everyone will friggin' turn on you if you're fan enough Harley Quinn.
Hey guys, before this turns into a big nostalgic fest, let's roll on to another sketch.
So I thought, as to wrap this up, we'll do. It's my turn to challenge you guys to do a famous film scene or such. So I thought I'd choose a film which is, I suppose, a kid's film, even though, having rewatched it recently, I can't see that it should be. So it's Shrek, and it's the ogres are like onions scene. Now, I was wondering if Elle, you could be Donkey, and Pete, you be Shrek. And for Donkey, is there a voice, keeping in the theme maybe like an old voice from something you watched as a child, a character that really... Who would you choose for this?
The voice I can remember from my childhood that I learned to do a few years back, and I'm glad I learned to do it because this is my time to shine. I'm going to go with Elmo from Sesame Street.
Okay, cool. And Pete, what about yourself?
Well, I had a very distressing childhood, so I watched a great number of horrible films. So I think maybe Hannibal Lecter for the voice of Shrek. It's not funny. You shouldn't laugh at my childhood.
No, sorry, you're right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, look, come on, let's just grow up. Okay, you bloody grow up.
Okay. All right
then.
Okay.
Well, let's start then. So, go.
Let me get this straight. You're gonna go fight a dragon and rescue a princess just so Farquaad can get you back a swamp, which you only don't have because he filled it full of freaks in the first place. Is that about right?
Maybe there's a good reason donkeys shouldn't talk.
I don't get it, Shrek. Why don't you just put some of that ogre stuff on him? Throttle him, lay siege to his fortress, grind his bones to make you bread, the whole ogre trip.
Oh, I know what. Maybe I could have decapitated an entire village and put their heads on a spike, gotten a knife, cut open their spleen and drink their fluids. Does that sound good to you?
No, not really, no.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think.
Example?
Example. Okay. Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Do they make you cry?
No.
I know. You leave them out the sun, they get all brown, start spout little white hairs.
No. Layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
Oh, you both have layers. Oh. You know, not everybody likes onions. Cake. Everybody loves cakes. Cakes have layers.
I don't care what everyone likes. Ogres are not like cakes.
You know what everybody else likes? Parfaits. Have you ever met a person, you say, let's get some parfait. They say, no, I don't like parfait. Parfaits are delicious.
No, you dense, irritating miniature beast of burden. Ogres are like onions. End of story. Bye. I will see you later, donkey.
Let's stop there. That's genius.
You fly now, donkey. Fly.
Fly, brave donkey. You know what you look like to me, brave donkey, with your West
What do I
Virginia
look like?
twang.
Do I look like cheap trailer trash with my hair and my nose and my big eyes?
With your big eyes and your cheap Virginia twang. Buffalo Bill. No.
Well, that got dark.
If you weren't freaked out by that, tune in next time for our Halloween special.
Yeah.
And we also have
It's going to be really crazy Halloween special.
Well. Fly, starling.
You should wrap up as Hopkins.
Why? You've had such a wonderful time listening to our podcast, and you're sat at home with your cup of Earl Grey, watching your children sleep. And I want to say thank you so much for listening to our podcast. But I hope you'll tune in with us next time to listen to We Sound Familiar. Bye.